we're trolling along right here on Lake Granbury. In front of us is Spanish Trail subdivision. It's right across the bridge. As you can see, this restaurant right in front of us is Stumpy's. This is one of the places that our kids love to go and eat. Fried fish, fried shrimp, po' boys, Taco Tuesdays, really good. There's a place where you can feed the fish right outside. You can eat outside. Obviously, they have the marina as well. I just wanted to swoop around and show you the entry into Spanish Trail. It's one of the communities that you need to know about if you're looking for lakefront homes. There's not a ton of them, but it is a pretty sweet community because it's tucked over here right across from Stumpy's under this bridge. And I just want to show you the entry and give you some information about that neighborhood. All right, we're out here at Spanish Trail today, continuing our look at the pros and cons of buying a lakefront home here in Granbury, Texas. So we're stopping at Spanish Trail, right across from Stumpy's. And just FYI, you want to go back and watch that first video where we give you some tips about Lake Granbury, kind of an overview. This neighborhood, Spanish Trail, a lot of the homes are built in the 70s and 80s. Great location, however, there is one major con. They built a bridge that has very low clearance, and a lot of the homeowners were not very happy with how low the bridge was. I'm told by some owners that they were told the bridge was going to be a few foot higher than it is. So it is very tight. Even in our boat, I'm nervous to go under it. I'm sure that I could, but I don't want to risk it. If you have a pontoon boat, if you've got, a bikini top, there's no way you're going to make it under that bridge. And so that is one thing to note if you are looking at Spanish Trail. A lot of the homes in there are older. Some have been renovated. Some great properties. But it is one thing to note of that bridge, and make sure that you've got a workaround for how you're going to deal with getting good access to the lake, depending on what kind of boat you have. Small bass boat, no problem at all. If you've got a ski boat, depending on how tall it is, there might be some issues there. So we're gonna go into the office, go back about 20 years, show you some footage of how it fared during the drought, and give you some shoreline information for water depth. And we'll give you the rundown of the HOA and everything you need to know, and then ride out to the neighborhood and show you some information about homes for sale and what the neighborhood looks like as you drive around. So stay tuned, we're about to head into the office and give you the full breakdown. So we're in the office and we are looking at Spanish Trail today. We're giving you everything you need to know about the Spanish Trail subdivision. So this is a small HOA community that runs right across from Water's Edge, Catalina Bay, on the opposite side of the lake. It's right behind a neighborhood called Stumpy's, which is a popular lakefront place where kids especially love to go and eat. We go there as a family pretty often. Great seafood and stuff that you can eat there. Feed the fish. It's a great spot. We're going to highlight some of that. Before we do, I'm going to jump into some drone footage. I'm going to share my screen with you, give you an idea of the Spanish Trail neighborhood. So we're flying up here. So as you can see, there's a lot of canal properties as you go through Spanish Trail. So we're going to look there, and then we're going to fly out just a little bit so you can see where we're located. All right, so the bridge is going to be straight ahead of us. Stumpy's is just on the other side of that bridge. And then that's the main body of the lake as well as you go across this bridge. This is the Highway 144 bridge that I've commented that you run into some bottlenecks as you go toward 377. I'll show it to you on the maps. So that's Stumpy's right there. You can see the neighborhood, not the neighborhood. You can see the restaurant there, Stumpy's. And with that, we are going to go into a Google Earth look at this particular neighborhood. So looking at Google Earth, we are 2023. Let's go back and see, what does this look like in 22? Looks good. 2019, water levels all look good. Here's the drought. As you can see, it dried up. Back here on this portion, these particular homes look okay. What do they look like in 2013? Yep, they it looks like they all have water as well on the 2013 map. Most of these fared pretty well on this wide body. The ones out in the canals didn't, so these right here would lose water frontage. But it looks like along this little mouth here and these properties here maintained it decently. So looking at the map going into, you've got decent 22, 15, 18, 20 foot deep here. And they don't have information about these homes unfortunately, on this map. One of the things I do want to note that I noted while we were out there is that bridge has a very low clearance. And so depending on what kind of boating you're looking to do, if you have a boat slip and you've got a little bass boat in there, you're probably fine. If you've got a pontoon boat with a bikini top, you're probably going to have some issues getting under that bridge. All right, let's move over to the Google Maps. Where is Spanish Trail in relation to everything? So we're on the opposite side of the lake as we were to Water's Edge, Catalina Bay. So Bluffs was here. Indian Harbor was here. You're going to have Spanish Trail right across from Stumpy's. It's going to be right up in here. All right, so we zoom out. You can kind of see it's just further up along this Highway 144. So to get to Walmart, you're probably looking at about 12-minute drive without major traffic. If you're going during rush hour, you're going to have a bottleneck here, and then up to about this point. If you're trying to make it to maybe HEB, or maybe you're going up to Fort Worth, you got to get through this little pain point of traffic if you're in Spanish Trail. So that is something to note and factor into your consideration. What are the HOA fees? I think I may have mentioned those. It's $120 a year, so very little HOA fees, very, very low cost. There is a boat ramp in the neighborhood, not a lot of other amenities besides. It's just a nice community with waterfront homes. The bridge is really going to be the biggest factor for you, and depending on what kind of boating you're looking to do, that would be the biggest thing to consider. So with that, if you have any questions about Spanish Trail, call, text, email, let me know. We're going to run out to the neighborhood now and give you some information, driving footage, so you can see the neighborhood and get a feel for what it looks like from the land side. All right, we are about to pull in to Spanish Trail, and I just want to give you a look at the neighborhood here. So we're traveling down 144, taking a left onto Spanish Trail Drive. They got a little fireworks stand out here. So there's a little sign that says Spanish Trail when you come in. So these homes right here are all off the water. You're not going to see very many properties that are like mobile homes and stuff like that. These are going to be brick site-built homes. There is an HOA, and it is not going to have some of what we saw in Indian Harbor. It's got some really nice lakefront homes. Some of these are not going to be main body properties. A lot of them are located on a canal. It is an HOA, as I said. Not many mobile homes, or if any, out here. They are strict on what you can and can't build. But it's a great location in town. It's right across from Stumpy's, which is a popular restaurant here in Granbury. If you're looking for some canal properties under the $1 million mark, this is a great place to check. So we looked at Spanish Trail on the lake. We showed you kind of where it's located. We showed you it's across from Stumpy's. We also went into the office and we did a overall map tour to show you where it's at on the Google Maps. We went back 15, 20 years, showed you what it looked like during the drought. Now I'm actually out here walking the streets, driving around out here in Spanish Trail, and we are looking at a property that's on the market. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,700 square foot, been renovated, nice mature trees, located on the water. It's situated on a full acre of land and a beautiful property. It's listed for $829. $829, 4-bed, 2-bath out here in Spanish Trail, and just a great property in a great location. It's not going to give you the main body access like you would see with some of the other properties, but it's also at a slightly lower price point, and it's in a neighborhood that doesn't have all the mobile homes and stuff. So if you're looking for a canal home under $1 million, that's a really nice home on a good sized lot, this would be one of the areas that I would recommend taking a look at, seeing if you find some properties that check the boxes for you. So with that, we're going to go fly up in the drone, show you a few things about Spanish Trail from the land side, and then we're going to move on to the next neighborhood.